long before highways crossed these mountains, before radios filled every home, before the world learned to hurry. They were simple people who gathered together after the day's work was done. They carried no riches, only worn Bibles, weathered hands, and songs filled with faith. These hymns were never meant to impress anyone. They were sung for grieving families, for lonely travelers, for children learning to pray, for fathers returning from the fields, and for every soul searching for hope in difficult times. Though many years have passed, their voices still echo through these hills. Tonight, we remember them. We remember their faith. We remember their prayers. And perhaps, somewhere between these old melodies, you'll hear God gently speaking to your own heart. Welcome to Forgotten Appalachian Hymns, Old Mountain Gospel Hymns, Vol.2.
I walked a road of dust and sorrow, with tired feet and trembling hands. I've questioned every dark tomorrow, but still the Lord has helped me stand. The old road still leads to grace, through every tear and lonely place. When I am lost and far from home, Jesus finds me as his own. I've seen the rain fall on the mountain, I felt the cold wind call my name, but mercy rose like living water and washed away my hidden shame. The old road still leads to grace, through every tear and lonely place. When I am lost and far from home, Jesus finds me as his own. I may be weak, but I'm not done. For every promise God has spoken still shines brighter than the sun. The old road still leads to grace, through every tear and lonely place. When I am lost lost and far from home, Jesus finds me as his own. Jesus finds me as his own. Small group hum. I heard heaven in the pines when the evening settled low, like a hymn from long ago, calling gently to my soul. I heard heaven calling through the trees and through the breeze, when my heart was tired and blind. I heard heaven in the pines. I had carried grief in silence, I had buried prayers in pain, but the Lord was never absent. He was whispering through the rain. I heard heaven calling me through the trees and through the breeze, when my heart was tired and blind. I heard heaven in the pines, not in thunder, not in fire, not in words a crowd could find, but in quiet mountain mercy, God brought peace into my mind. I heard heaven in the pine. Heaven in the pines. Mama's Bible by the window still lies open in the sun. Pages worn from years of praying for her daughters and her sons. Mama's Bible still reminds me God was faithful all along. When my road grew dark and heavy, her old prayers became my song. I can hear her voice at sundown, singing low beside the flame. Every word was full of mercy, every tear called Jesus' name. Mama's Bible still reminds me God was faithful all along. When my road grew dark and heavy, her old prayers became my song. Though the years have taken many, though the house is quiet now, I still feel those prayers around me, like a hand upon my brow. Mama's Bible still reminds me God was faithful all along. When my road grew dark and heavy, her old prayers became my song. Her old prayers became my song. Radio texture, deep male hums, slow claw hammer banjo. There's a hymn beneath my sorrow, there's a prayer beneath my pain. There's a light that keeps on burning through the cold and bitter rain. There's a hymn beneath my sorrow, there's a song I barely know, but the Lord still sings it through me when my tears begin to flow. I have lost more than I mentioned, I have feared more than I say, but His grace has been my shelter at the closing of each day. There's a hymn beneath my sorrow, it through me when my tears begin to flow. Still can praise Him. Trembling hands can still be raised. Even hearts that ache in silence can become a song of grace. Song I barely know, but the Lord still sings it through me when my tears begin to flow. When my tears begin to flow. A cappella hums, fading into LP crackle. Meet me at the mountain chapel where the old bell used to ring, where the poor came tired and broken just to hear the people sing. Meet me where the old hymns rise, where faith still lifts our weary eyes, at the chapel on the hill. God is waiting for us still. There were benches worn with praying, there were hands raised through the years. There were saints who walked through hardship, singing Jesus through their tears. Meet me where the old hymns rise, where faith still lifts our weary eyes, at the chapel on the hill. God is waiting for us still. Just a room of humble sinners finding mercy in the night. Fiddle and banjo together, slow Appalachian gospel feeling. Meet me where the old hymns rise, where faith still lifts our weary chapel on the hill. God is waiting for us still. God is waiting for us still. The lantern still burns tonight, though the storm has come and gone. The old porch stands in silence, though the years have passed us by. Mama's rocking chair is empty, but her prayers still fill the sky. The wind still sings those old songs through the pine trees late at night. And somewhere in this valley, faith still keeps a little light. The lantern still burns tonight, guiding weary hearts back home. Though the road is long and lonely, no child walks this world alone. The lantern still burns tonight, shining where love has always been. Every prayer once whispered softly still lives deep within. Many seasons came with sorrow, many winters brought us pain, yet God's hand remained beside us, like the gentle mountain rain. When my strength begins to fail me, when my eyes no longer see, may that little light remind me Jesus still remembers me. The lantern still burns, the lantern still burns tonight. Grandfather sang these hills awake before the morning light. hymn he used to sing. Even now the mountain echoes carry heaven on the wind. Grandfather rose before the sunrise while the stars were shining bright. With a worn-out Bible in his left hand, he would greet the morning light. Every cedar, every hillside, every creek that crossed the land seemed to stop and listen softly when he praised the great I Am. No fine clothes, no mighty riches, just an honest working soul. Yet the peace that lived within him was worth far more than silver or gold. Grandfather sang these hills awake long before the break of day. Every note became a prayer floating through the mountain air. Though his voice has long grown quiet, his old hymns still lead my way. Grandfather sang these hills awake, and I still hear them today. Taught me every mountain story, every promise heaven made, how the Lord would never leave us even in the darkest days. He would smile beside the fireplace, banjo resting on the wall. Then he'd softly start a hymn and peace would gently fill us all. I was young and hardly listening, thinking life was far away. Now I treasure every moment that I almost threw away. Carries the melody, acoustic guitar answers gently. Long after earthly voices fade, the songs of faith remain. Lord, let my children hear me singing just as I once heard him pray. May these old Appalachian hymns never fade away. Grandfather sang these hills awake long before the morning came. Every valley learned to praise, every pine tree knew his name. When my own voice finally trembles, when my journey reaches home, may my children still remember the old songs that carried on. Grandfather sang these hills awake long before the rising sun. His faith still lives inside my heart, and there it will live on. The banjo softly fades, the fiddle plays the final melody. Only the gentle voices remain. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Almost whispered, the LP crackles. Silence. Some voices never leave the mountains, because they were always singing for heaven. The little church never needed a door. Everyone was already welcome. At the end of an old mountain trail, beneath towering oaks and whispering pines, stood a tiny weathered church. There was no lock, no grand entrance, only a worn wooden floor, simple benches, and the quiet promise that anyone searching for God could come inside. At the foot of Cedar Mountain, where the wildflowers softly grow, stands a little weathered chapel that the old folks used to know. No stained glass caught the sunshine, no bell tower reached the sky, just rough-hewn beams and faithful hands raised with humble hearts held high. Every splinter tells a story, every bench has held a prayer, every nail was placed with purpose, love and faith still linger there. The church without a door never turned a soul away. Broken hearts found hope inside at the close of every day. Rich or poor, young or old, every burden found release. In the church without a door, God welcomed all in peace. Coal miners came on Saturday, farmers after harvest days. Mothers carrying sleepy children filled the room with quiet praise. Widows knelt beside old veterans, travelers stopped to rest a while. No one asked where you had wandered, only greeted you with smiles. There were tears beside the altar, there was laughter after prayer. Every soul that entered weary left with lighter hearts to bear. Claw, hammer, banjo begins alone. The fiddle slowly answers with a gentle mountain melody. Small family harmonies hum quietly, like neighbors gather after Sunday service. The church without a door still lives inside my soul, not because of wood or stone, but because your love made me whole. When this journey here is over and my race on earth is through, may I walk through heaven's entrance like that little church I knew. No fear, no fear, no shame, no shame, no walls between, only mercy forever seen. The fiddle slowly fades. The fiddle slowly fades. Small voices hum quietly. The vinyl crackle returns. The final chord lingers. Silence. Closing line. Some churches are built with wood. The greatest ones are built with open hearts. When the mockingbird starts singing, I know God God's mercy came before the sun. Before the first light reaches the mountains, before the world begins to move, the mockingbird sings from an old oak tree to those who have lived in these hills. Its song has always been a reminder that every new morning is another gift from God. When the mockingbird starts singing before the morning breaks, every hill begins rejoicing as another sunrise wakes. Morning mist climbs through the valley, golden light fills every pine. All creation seems to whisper, this new day is mine. The creek keeps softly flowing just as it has all these years, washing yesterday's heartaches along with yesterday's tears. When the mockingbird starts singing, hope awakens with the dawn. Every shadow starts to fade away, every fear is nearly gone. If the Lord still feeds the sparrows, if He paints the morning sky, then I know He hasn't left me, and His love will never die. Daddy always rose before us, coffee warming on the stove. Then he'd step outside in silence, watching heaven wake below. He would smile without a hurry, listening to every sound. The birds don't worry about tomorrow's sun, they simply trust the one above. Those words stayed deep inside me long after he was gone. Now I hear them every morning when the little bird sings on. A gentle clawhammer banjo begins the melody. The fiddle answers with long, soulful notes. The fiddle answers with long, soulful notes. Small family harmonies hum softly, as though neighbors were singing together on a front porch, while the sun rises over the Appalachian hills. Life has brought its storms upon me. Many nights I've walked alone. Many prayers were whispered softly with no answer I had known. Yet each dawn returns with mercy. Every sunrise speaks again. God has never missed a morning, neither has His faithful hand. When my own children hear that bird song, may they stop a little while. May they learn as I was taught that faith begins with simple smiles. Lord, teach me like the mountains, steady through the changing years. Teach me like the flowing river, patient through my doubts and fears. Teach me like the little mockingbird who sings before the light appears. Faith is born before the sunrise, not after everything is clear. When the mockingbird starts singing, heaven seems so close to me. Every branch becomes a choir, every breeze a melody. If tomorrow brings another burden, if another storm should come, I'll remember every morning mercy always comes with the sun. When the mockingbird starts singing, I'll lift my eyes once more trusting in the Lord. The fiddle slowly falls silent, only the banjo remains. Then the distant sound of a mockingbird. Warm vinyl crackles silence. Every sunrise is God's gentle reminder that hope always sings before fear awakens. My boots are warm, my faith is strong, and the Lord has brought me all this way. The leather may crack, the hands may tremble, the trail may grow steeper with every passing year, but a heart that has learned to trust the Lord never grows old. My boots are worn from years of walking down these mountain roads of stone. I've crossed rivers, climbed through valleys, yet I've never walked alone. Every scar upon this leather tells a story heaven knows. Every mile became a lesson only faithful travelers know. Fields have changed with every season. Children now have children too. Still the same old mountain sunrise paints the sky with mercy new. My boots are warm, my faith is strong. God has carried me this far. When my strength begins to fail me, He becomes my guiding star. Every mountain, every valley, every road beneath my feet only taught my soul to trust Him step by faithful step each week. There were winters cold and lonely, there were summers hard and dry, there were harvests filled with laughter, there were nights I'd simply cry. Still the old bell kept on ringing, still the church doors open wide, still the neighbors gathered singing with the Savior by their side. Many friends have gone to glory, many voices now are still, yet I feel them all beside me every time I climb this hill. Fiddle answers with a warm, soulful melody. The fiddle answers with a warm, soulful melody. Now my beard has turned to silver, my hands have slowed with passing years, but my prayers have grown much stronger through both joy and through my tears. Young men often ask me kindly, how have you endured so long? I just smile toward the mountains and answer with a song. Because faith was never something that I learned in just one day. It was built through countless mornings, walking God's old mountain way. Lord, when these boots can walk no farther, when my hands can work no more, your everlasting shore. Let my children keep believing, let my grandchildren still sing. May these old forgotten hymns echo through each generation. My boots are warm, my boots are warm, my faith is strong, my faith is strong. But years have only proved you right. Every valley showed your mercy, every morning brought new light. When my final road is finished, when my race on earth is done, may they say I walked with Jesus until the setting of the sun. My boots are warm, my boots are warm, my faith is strong, my faith is strong, because you've been beside me all along. The fiddle slowly sings the final melody. Almost like an old record still spinning in a mountain cabin. The strongest faith is often carried by the most worn out boots. The old bell calls me home, where grace has always known my name. The old church bell has rung through every season, through weddings, funerals, harvests, and storms. Though many voices have faded with time, its sound still carries across the Appalachian hills, calling every weary soul back to the place where faith began. The old bell calls me home this morning, echoing through the mountain air. Its weathered voice still sounds so gentle, like an answered faithful prayer. I've heard it ring through winter snowfalls, I've heard it sing through autumn leaves. Every note reminds my spirit that the Lord still waits for me. Children ran beneath its shadow, laughing through the Sunday light. Grandmothers with worn-out Bibles walked those hills with quiet delight. The old bell calls me home, where mercy never grows old, where every broken heart is welcome and every weary hand can hold. The old bell calls me home to the faith my fathers knew. Every ring still whispers softly, my child, I'm waiting here for you. The preacher's voice has long been silent, many friends have gone above. Still the little church keeps standing, held together by God's love. The wooden pews are smooth from praying, the windows glow at setting sun. Every board recalls a story, the battles fought and victories won. Sometimes I stop beside the doorway just to listen for a while. And somehow all my heavy burdens grow a little more worthwhile. Fall hammer banjo leads with a slow, steady rhythm. The fiddle answers like a distant church choir. Soft acoustic guitar fills the room with warmth. Gentle Appalachian family harmonies hum quiet, as though an entire congregation were remembering an old Sunday morning together. Now my children bring their children to the place where I first prayed. Though the world keeps turning faster, here God's truth has never changed. Every generation gathers underneath that simple roof, not because the building saves us, but because it points to truth. When I hear that bell at sunrise, my soul begins to sing again. It reminds me heaven's doorway has been open from the beginning. Lord, when the final bell is ringing, call me gently by my name. Lead me through your gates of mercy, just as you have all these days. Let the songs I leave behind me guide another wandering soul. May these old forgotten hymns bring the broken safely home. The old bell calls me home through the valleys and the years, past the laughter, past the sorrow, past my doubts, past all my fears. When my earthly road is finished, when my final breath has flown, may I hear that bell from heaven calling. Welcome home. By the creek where Mama prayed, I learned that heaven listens. Just beyond split rail fence, a narrow creek winds through the valley. Beside its quiet waters, a mother knelt every morning, believing that even the softest prayer could reach heaven. By the creek where Mama prayed, the morning mist would gently rise. She would kneel beneath the willow, lifting tears with hopeful eyes. No one heard those whispered prayers, only birds and flowing streams. Yet she trusted every promise more than anything she'd seen. With her Bible worn and faded, hands made rough by honest days, she believed the Lord was listening to every word she'd softly say. By the creek where Mama prayed, mercy found our little home. Though the cupboards were near empty, we were never left alone. By the creek where Mama prayed, faith grew stronger every year. God was writing hope in silence, even when the road was hard. Seasons changed the mountain slowly, children grew and moved away. Still that creek kept gently singing every dawn at break of day. Sometimes life became so heavy, questions filled my weary mind, and I'd walk that same old pathway, hoping peace again to find. There beneath those faithful branches, memories came flooding through. Every prayer my mother whispered still felt living, still felt true. The fiddle plays a melody like water, moving over smooth mountain stones. Quiet family harmonies rise like the morning mist above the creek. Now my children walk beside me down the path she walked before. I tell stories of her courage, of the simple faith she wore. Not a queen with earthly riches, not a name the world would know, just a mountain mother kneeling, teaching heaven's love to grow. If one day they should remember only one thing that I say, may they find that little creek and learn to kneel and pray. Long before the answers come, teach us hope that keeps on singing, even when the day feels done. May the prayers our children hear become the songs they'll someday raise, just like those beside the water where Mama knelt to pray. By the creek where Mama prayed, heaven touched the earth each dawn. Not with thunder, not with wonders, just quiet grace carried on. If my heart should ever wander, lead me back without delay to the creek, to those old prayers where faith still lives today. The banjo slowly fades, the fiddle echoes one final phrase. The sound of a gently flowing creek remains. A distant mockingbird sings. Warm vinyl crackle. Silence. Some of the greatest sermons are never preached from a pulpit. They're whispered beside a quiet mountain creek. Before the sun goes down, there's one more prayer to pray. As the golden light settles over the Appalachian hills, an old farmer removes his hat, leans against the weathered fence, and offers one final prayer before the day comes to an end. The fields may not have given much, but his heart is still full of gratitude. Before the sun slips down the mountain, before the evening shadows fall, I take this old hat in my weathered hands and thank the Lord for it all. The corn grew short this summer, the rain arrived too late, still the table held enough for us, and love walked through the gate. These hands are rough from labor, this back has carried years, but every burden brought me closer to the one who calms my fears. One last prayer before sundown, one more song before the night. Thank you, Lord, for every blessing, seen or hidden from my sight. If tomorrow brings more trials, if another storm should rise, I'll still lift my heart to heaven before I close my eyes. I remember Daddy's footsteps crossing fields at break of day. He would stop before the old oak tree and quietly bow to pray. He never asked for riches, he never chased men's praise. He only asked the Lord for strength to walk another day. Now I hear my grandchildren laughing where those old fields used to be, and I pray they'll learn the same old faith that was handed down to me. A small family choir hums quietly as though neighbors were gathered on a porch, watching the sun disappear behind the mountains. The barn grows still at evening, the horses settle down, smoke rises from the chimney as darkness wraps the town. Some folks count their fortunes by silver, land, or gold. I count mine by answered prayers and the promises I've been told. When my final day is ending, when my work on earth is through, may my very last thanksgiving still be lifted up to you. Lord, keep my heart from growing bitter, keep my hands forever kind. Help me leave this world remembering that true treasure you define. Not in barns, not in harvest, not in things that fade away, but in walking close beside you every single day. One last prayer before sundown, one more hymn before I rest. You've been faithful through the seasons, you've always always known what's best. When the evening shadows gather and I hear your gentle call, I'll lay down every burden, knowing you were there through all. One last prayer before sundown, one last thankful song. And if tomorrow never finds me, I'll already be home. The fiddle slowly sings the final refrain. The banjo softly echoes the melody. Crickets begin to sing. A distant church bell rings once. Warm vinyl crackle. Silence. The richest man in the mountains is the one who ends every day with gratitude instead of regret. There's a shepherd in these mountains, and he has never lost a sheep. Long before the roads were paved and before the valleys filled with towns, the old mountain people believed that every trail was known by the great shepherd. Even when the fog covered the hills, they never feared walking, because they believed he was already waiting around the next bend. There's a shepherd in these mountains, walking every winding trail, through the mist of early morning, through the snow and through the hail. Every cedar knows his footsteps, every river knows his voice. Every lonely soul who seeks him finds a reason to rejoice. I've walked ridges worn by hardship, crossed old bridges built by grace, yet I've never lost my footing when I searched his loving face. There's a shepherd in these mountains, calling softly through the pines. When my weary heart is wandering, he reminds me I am his. Though the valley grows much darker, though the storm hides every star, I keep walking by his promise, knowing where his footprints are. My old father often told me, never fear the mountain nights. Every path may seem uncertain, but the shepherd knows what's right. He would point toward distant ridges where the morning touched the sky. Son, the Lord has crossed these mountains long before you learn to climb. Now I hear those words returning every time my courage fades. Like an echo through the valleys, his old wisdom gently stays. The clawhammer banjo begins alone, keeping the slow rhythm of steady footsteps along an old mountain trail. The fiddle answers with long, heartfelt phrases that rise like the wind over the ridges. The acoustic guitar gently fills the spaces between the melodies. Soft family harmonies hum quietly, like voices drifting from a distant wooden church across the valley. Years have bent these tired shoulders, silver fills my weathered beard. Still I climb these faithful mountains without giving in to fear. Not because the road is easy, not because I'm strong enough, but because the shepherd promised he would always walk with us. When my grandchildren ask someday why I smile tell them of the shepherd who safely brought me home. Lord, when these mountain paths grow steeper, when my eyes can barely see, be the staff that gently guides me, be the hand that steadies me. Let my life become a witness long after I am gone. May my footsteps always point them to the place where faith belongs. There's a shepherd in these mountains, leading every heart that's true. Every prayer becomes a pathway, every sunrise starts anew. Though these hands grow weak with age, though this body turns to dust, I will follow where he leads me, for his promises I trust. There's a shepherd in these mountains, calling every soul by name. And one day beyond these valleys, I'll finally see his face. The fiddle slowly plays the chorus one last time. The banjo softly that plays the chorus one last time. Only the mountain breeze remains. A distant shepherd's bell echoes across the valley. Warm alpine crackle slowly fades into silence. The safest road through the mountains is the one where the shepherd walks first. Keep a light in the window, someone may be searching for home tonight. In the old Appalachian mountains, it was common to leave a lantern glowing in the window after sunset. It was more than light, it was a promise that no matter how late, how cold, or how lost someone became, there would always be a place waiting for them. Keep a light in the window, Mama, though the night grows dark and long. I can see it from the hillside, like the first line of a song. The wind is cold across the valley, the road is rough beneath my feet, but that little flame keeps telling me there's still love for you to meet. Many miles have come between us, many years have passed away, still that fateful light keeps shining just like yesterday. Keep a light in the window, leave the porch lamp burning bright, for every soul still searching needs a little hope tonight. Keep a light in the window, let God's mercy clearly show, for someone walking through the darkness needs to know where love still grows. Daddy carved that little lantern from an old piece of mountain pine. He would fill it every evening just before the supper time. He would always tell us children, never let that light grow dim. Someone's child may still be walking, pray they'll find their way back in. Now the house is old and quiet, many voices fill my dreams, yet I still light that same lantern every evening faithfully. A slow claw hammer banjo carries the melody like steady footsteps on a dirt road. The fiddle gently answers with warm, nostalgic phrases. Soft acoustic guitar. Small Appalachian harmonies rise softly, like neighbors singing together on the front porch at dusk. Now my grandchildren stand beside me, watching evening settle low. They ask why we light that lantern when there's no one left to show. I smile softly toward the mountain as the stars begin to rise. We leave it burning for each stranger, just like Christ has done for us. Baby, someday they'll remember, when these hands can work no more, that the brightest light in darkness is an open-hearted door. Lord, make my life that little lantern, simple, steady, warm and true. Let my words become your comfort, let my hands reflect you too. If one weary soul finds courage because they saw your light in me, then every mile I've ever traveled will have meant eternity. Keep a light in the window, let forgiveness lead the way. Leave the door of mercy open at the ending of each day. Though the mountains may grow silent, though the years keep passing by, love still shines for every traveler beneath these Appalachian skies. Keep a light in the window for the broken, for the weak, for the lonely, for the lost, until heaven calls us home. The banjo flickers, crickets begin to sing. Warm vinyl crackle fills the silence. The final chord lingers. A light left burning in love can guide a soul farther than 1,000